12 months can feel like a lifetime in football. A year ago, West Ham was a very different club. The pressure was intense on manager Sam Allardyce, as the Hammers suffered a third-round humiliation at Nottingham Forest.
Will send shockwaves through East London. Forest 5, West Ham 0.
We had a lot of young kids playing that day, which was a massive learning curve for them, and probably a little bit unfair to them, to be honest. The club wasn't doing so well. We had some tough results, and Forest is a tough place to go.
The semi-final of the Capital One Cup was the priority, and we had so few players available at that particular time that we had to try and keep the best side possible we had to play against Manchester City on Wednesday rather than play Nottingham Forest on Sunday. We went to Manchester City and lost 6, so people said in the end you should have played that team in the FA Cup. Well, if we'd have played that team in the FA Cup, we'd have probably lost 10 or 12. Yeah, it was a low period. That week was a low period at the end of it.
However, Allardyce stood firm, and new signings and a new style of football have seen his team impress this season.
What's changed is changing some of the players in the squad, spending more money and finding a better quality of player, which allows you to play a better quality of football. We consciously went out on a recruitment spree in terms of the age of the player and as well as the quality, and I think in the end you don't expect to get as big a percentage right as we got, especially when you're signing from abroad.
It's very rare that obviously that happens. I mean, with Enna and Sacco coming, Jenko on loan from Arsenal, obviously they've all seemed to settle in well.
Everybody's looking forward to coming in, everybody's looking forward to training. You can sense the atmosphere and the camaraderie between the players is particularly good. It never got bad here, but it did get subdued somewhat this time last year because of the poor results we were getting. As you can imagine, it's a great place to be at the minute. Obviously after last year, which was a horrible place to be in at times. But we've signed some good players and the season's going well for us.
So, a year on from the Forest defeat, a cup run is now a big incentive, with the first hurdle away at Everton.
I mean, it's fantastic to go on a cup run. If I'm truly honest, last year it would have been tough for us because we didn't have the players to cope with it, but now we have, and the manager can pick a stronger side and we can hopefully progress. Everybody wants to get to Wembley, everybody wants to play in an FA Cup final. I think we're in the position that we can hopefully go for it, but with a hugely difficult tie getting past Everton away.
So much is now possible for the club. From 2016, West Ham will play their games at the former Olympic Stadium in Stratford.
It's an exciting time. There's that extra pressure for our football club by the fact that it has to be in a very strong position in the Premier League to start playing on that stage and have the best team we possibly can when we start. Not try and build it when we get there, let's try and build it now. I was over there a couple of weeks ago and it looked fantastic. It is going to be one of the best in Europe, I think. We've just got to keep winning games because that's all you can do. I mean, if you start looking too far ahead, we're going to be playing Champions League when we move into Stratford, then the football can change very quickly. So we need to keep our feet on the floor and just keep picking points up and take game by game. The fact that it gives the opportunity for the club to create a brand new history, a brand new modern day history, never forgetting about the old, but taking that into a new stage and a new arena and rebuilding that history, in which will attract better players, hopefully in the end make the club a very successful football club.